Hi Aries, welcome to your August 2018 reading. I'm sorry that these are coming out to you later than, they should. I've just been crazy busy. I hope things have been good with you guys. This is going to be your reading if you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even Venus. I'm just going to get right into it because I've already pulled your cards. So, let me see. Where do we want to start with this? Last month, we talked about needing to almost give ourselves like a reality check, right? Aries need a little bit of reality check because there was something that it felt like you were fighting, but it also felt like the reason why you were fighting was unclear. It felt unclear to me, and it felt like it felt unclear to you. Whether this was something worth fighting for, something that you really wanted or really cared about, or if it was something that you just really wanted to win. Maybe whether it was a job situation or relationship, maybe you invested so much time and energy into it. And so you're like, well, I should have what I want. I should have this should be happening for me because of blah, blah, blah. But at this point, are you really even do you really even want that thing or that person? So for some of you who last month that resonated with, I do feel like we've got some energy of moving forward and possibly moving away from that situation. Some of you who have maybe realized like, okay, I was just trying to win. I was just trying to be petty. Or maybe, with eclipse season, all these things going on, all these retrogrades, a lot of people have been getting a lot of awarenesses in different ways. So maybe it's just something that you actually realize, like, you know what? Yes, I cared about this thing at one point. Yes, it was very important to me. Yes, it sucks that, things haven't been or did not work out the way I wanted to. But if I'm being honest with myself, like, it's better if I just part ways from this thing, this person, this behavior, this whatever, right? So, bottom of the deck, the unseen energy, we've got the Empress. I really feel like you guys are at a place where you're trying to clean up shop, right? This woman is able to manifest everything. She's able to harvest things. She's able to make whatever she wants happen. And, she uses it with her, she has feminine energy. This is the Empress, and this card is represented by Venus. So it's like you're taking on more of that Libra or like Taurus energy. I always think of Venus or Libra or Taurus whenever I'm looking at the Empress card. But this person is able to make things happen, right? She's an Empress, and it doesn't take much effort. It's like she carries on the energy of just being able to do things. And what helps her do it too is people find her attractive. So it could be visually, but just in general, like her energy is attractive. So she knows how to attract good things, right? Like she understands the importance of law of attraction. Whatever she wants, she puts forth a good, beautiful, nurturing, loving energy towards it, and she's able to make things happen. I feel like you guys are just trying to get into that place of feeling grounded, feeling stable, feeling in a place of love, and not just romantic love, but just love. Love for yourself, love for the world, love for, humankind, whatever. You guys just kind of want things to be easy. You just want to sit at your place and be comfortable, at this place where you guys are really taking charge of your own life, but using it with that balance of masculine and feminine energy, right? Not just bulldozing or trying to dominate, but you guys are really trying to find the balance of what works for you going forward so that you can make things happen, right? And underneath that, you guys had the Nine of Swords. So I feel like this is something that's been on your mind and really kind of eating away at you for a long time, because you obviously had swords that are stacked up. The Nine of Swords is that energy of can't eat, can't sleep. Like, this is the only thing that's driving you crazy. It's like you just can't even focus on anything but that. But in order to move forward and become this Empress-like character, you have to let these things go, because these aren't vibrating on the same level, right? This is negative, low vibrational energy. This is like amazing energy. And in order to get this, you can't be here, right? So it's almost like you have to just let these things go and trust and know that things are going to be okay, right? And underneath that, I just wanted to pull out was the moon card. So some of you, there could have been some secrets that have been revealed to you, and that is what has been causing you to be here and stressed out and like, you know what, I just want to move forward and do what I got to do to be her, right? So starting out, you guys have the Two of Wands crossed by the Eight of Wands. So like I said, I feel like you guys have gone through a period of realizing that something didn't work for you, or that you just didn't want it to work for you, or like you're paying attention to things around you, right? You're paying attention to the world around you. You're paying attention to what's out there. You're looking at your options and being realistic with yourself and being hopeful and optimistic, right? You guys are really trying to get your creative juices flowing. This person in a Two of Wands card is someone who is going through the active stages of planning, right? They're planning something. They're looking around, seeing which way they want to go, left or right, in whatever situation, work, relationships, whatever. But I feel like you guys are doing this faster than you think, or like it's going to be coming up faster than you think changes, right? This is all about fast communication. This is about communication coming in. This could be, travel. A lot of you guys could be traveling too, right? You guys could be planning a trip with this Two of Wands and, planning for a travel. Whatever it is, though, it's got you guys stressed out because you've got that Ten of Wands energy. So this is a person who's just carrying too much weight, right? They're putting too many responsibilities on themselves, putting too many offenses on themselves, right? This is someone who needs to either just drop some of these wands and prioritize like what's more important so that they don't drive themselves crazy, or they need to like give them all over to other people to delegate if it's something that can be delegated to others, right? But it is a 10, so you are coming at the end of this energy. It's like after whatever's happened, after whatever realizations or whatever conversations you've had or whatever aha moments these eclipses have brought to you, it's like you have realized that the way that you guys are going about things is too much. It causes you too much stress, right? It's too heavy. So it's like you guys are planning, right? You're planning in order to kind of lighten your load, make things a little bit easier. Now, with that, we've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is, it's a messenger. Pages come whenever we're on the cusp of something new. They're explorers. They explore whatever the suit is around them. So a lot of you guys are really, I feel like Aries, a lot of you guys have been going out more, especially if you haven't been social much recently. I feel like this is a time where you guys are going out more and aligning yourself with things. And I feel like you guys have been falling into patches of good luck where you're like, maybe you're out and you meet a person who has a connect of, I don't know, something that you're interested in, and that, leads you to these new people. But whatever it is, it's like you guys are finding, I feel like you guys are learning about you more, learning about what makes you tick as far as love, learning about what you want. And I say, again, learning because it is a learner card. Pages are very immature energy. They're not fully developed. There's still so much to learn. And the cool thing about the Page of Cups is because it is more of that young energy, it's very fresh and everything feels very new and very fun. It's serious in its own way, but it's also lighthearted, right? It's not a knight even or a king, right? It's not fully mature, but it's like I feel like a lot of you guys have been going out. You may have met someone who has water in their chart, someone who makes you feel young at heart. Could be someone who's younger than you. But I do feel like this too has, helped with the awareness that whatever you're doing, whatever situation you're trying to hold on to, it's just not going to really work, right? You guys have been doing a lot of work on yourselves. In the past, you've got that Eight of Pentacles. So this is good work. I feel like you guys internally have been trying to do the work on yourself so that you can be happy in the future. So you can have that Ten of Pentacles energy of abundance in your life all around. others of you, it does show that you guys have been doing good work literally at your work. So it seems like you guys are really climbing the ladder, especially if you're in the corporate world. People are starting to notice you, right? The Eight of Pentacles is good work. This is someone who's focused on the job, and it's only Two Pentacles from 10, right? Like that full abundance. It's like, so if this is a work situation you guys are worried about, it's like you guys are almost there. Also, if this is something, let's say you're trying to go into business for yourself or start some type of passion project, with this Eight of Pentacles and this Two of Wands, that could be all about what you're planning too, right? How to move forward in your workspace. You guys, could be drafting out your plans of what you're going to do and all that. So that's really, really good. But overall, it's energy of you guys working on yourself, right? So we go from going that energy of working on ourselves, trying to be great, all that, to making decisions, right? And things are coming at us fast, whether it's communication or just like these decisions. Like you guys are like, hey, no, I want this. No, this is going to work for me. No, yeah, this, right? What it leads you to is, in the near future, you've got that Six of Swords. So some of you could be walking away from a relationship, right? If you're not walking away from a relationship fully, you may just be walking away from an aspect of the relationship. Like if there were things that that you did that weren't really conducive to like a happy setting, a happy situation, then you could be kind of dodging on those behaviors. Some of you guys are actually walking away though. Again, this goes back to those of you who last month resonated for you, and you felt like, when I was talking about keeping it real with yourself and trying to figure out if this is something that you really want or something that you just really want to win. Some of you some of you I feel like have realized that you're like, you know what? I was just kind of being petty. I want to win. And yes, I do care about that person. And yes, I did care about that situation. And I wish it could work out. But I'm also realizing that it just doesn't. And sometimes things just don't work out. And that's fine. So some of you guys are going from this turbulent time to try to smooth out your life and go to these like clearer waters, right? And you're making this decision again because you've got that Empress energy that's like forcing you to like really build your empire in the way that you want to, in the way that feels balanced and right for you. You got that Eight of Pentacles. You guys have really been taking the time to self-love and put in the work in your growth, your spiritual growth, your people skills, your actual work. Yeah, and you guys are going to be, figuring out that you have to drop some of those wands, right? So, in your hopes and fears, you got the Queen of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles characters, this is a very motherly, earthy, stable woman. She's probably got her own businesses. She's probably got some kids running around here. She's good on her money. She enjoys quality. She, likes nice things, but not materialistic. But what I'm really feeling here is like family. Whenever I think of like Queen of Pentacles, I think like this is someone who's like got like the perfect family, right? That's what it appears to be. But she's still like a go-getter herself, and she still likes, to do things for herself, or get things done for herself. To me, she's not a very codependent queen. You know what I mean? But she has like good balance in her relationships and, her work and her kids and her whatever. So some of you, I feel like, let's say this is about someone that you were dating, right? This is about a situation that you were kind of going back and forth about whether you need to give up or keep pushing forward on. Some of you, I do feel like you aspire to be this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? In terms of being stable, having your own money, still being nurturing, maybe, being one, maybe you like to garden, I don't know. And so I do feel like some of you are fearing that like the person that you've been investing your time in, it's like realizing like, okay, I want this, but I don't want this with that person, right? And how do we move forward from this? How do I move forward? How am I going to move forward with that? Yeah, it just really feels like an energy of, because I do feel like this is what you want, right? I do feel like you want that, especially with that Empress card at the, at the bottom of the deck. But it's like, I feel like some of you guys are realizing that what you thought you wanted may look a little different than what you thought you wanted. You know what I'm saying? So what's around you? 9 of Cups. This is really good energy. Now, interesting, the way these cards are laid out for me, it's right next to the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is going towards that 9 of Cups. So it's like, if there's something that you guys left, a lot of you guys, I feel like there's something that you guys found that you like a little better, or feels like it's more aligned to you and your life and what you want for yourself. This could be, now it's a wish fulfilled card, right? It's like things coming true. It's like all the work that you guys have been doing, and now he's sitting there happy with all his cups, right? He's good. And he is alone. So some of you, I do feel like you're moving into this space where you would just rather be alone. It's like, I could do good all by myself, bad all by myself. Anyways, I feel like you guys know what I'm saying. Whatever that movie is, whatever that saying is. It's like, you'd rather be alone. I feel like a lot of you guys, it really feels like a month where you guys are really trying to figure you out in a way of like, what's going to fulfill you, right? And I see you're going towards it. So again, like if you're in a relationship, this could be something that you're leaving because you see that right now you just need to be in a space where you're really focused on you and you want to do what makes you happy and you want to go after your dreams and all this stuff, right? Also, it could be that you're leaving because you see something better for you, better suited for you. If it's a work situation, there could be new opportunities that you guys are looking into, right? And so like this 6 of Swords leading into this 9 of Cups is kind of like the energy of, okay, like I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for my dreams. This is like what I've always wished to do. This is what I've always wanted to be a part of. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. You're supported. So it's like, it feels like people around you, like there's people who want to help you. You know? And there's people I feel like, whether they realize it or not, they're going to be connecting you. And I feel like it's through social situations. I was telling somebody the other day, I can't remember who got this card, but he reminds me also of like a guy who buys a booth at the club, right? He's sitting happy, sitting pretty. And it's like, so, you know, he's out, he's socializing. He can invite whoever he wants to his booth, whatever. And that's, you know, what they typically do. It's like, you may be, you know, through your socializing, through your going out, you may be meeting people, like I said earlier, that are kind of connecting you in really cool ways, which ends up leading you to your wish fulfilled. So, in your headspace right now, you guys are going through that death energy, which is hard, right? Especially if this is a relationship thing, which I really feel like, I know, I'm sorry, like, take these messages as they resonate, because it's going to be different for everybody, but I'm speaking in terms of love, because this feels for me more like it's in terms of relationship, or, and it could be any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be, you know, an intimate one like that, but any types of relationships that you may be having with people, you be realizing that there's like a slow death to them, right? It's like maybe some of them have ran their course. If it's a job or something that you were doing that was very familiar to you, and maybe you loved it and loved certain aspects of it, it's like, but now you're realizing that, you know, you aren't feeling the same, you aren't as inspired to do. It could be that. Death is slow. So, like where it differs from the tower just kind of comes sporadically and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? What just happened? Death is that slow phase to where we know, like we know when we need to end something. You know, if we're being honest with ourselves and we're listening to our intuition, like we know, right? Death card, for me, it's like you've already had the clues, you already know. It's just like kind of like a refusal, right, to see through. But it's like in all things in life, every day we see death and rebirths and things, right? So if you're in this energy right now and things are feeling hard, and you feel like you're kind of losing out on things or things around you are dying, you know it's just so that the new blooms can come through, right? So stay optimistic about that as much as you can. Um, because it is always for our good, even though it feels not good a lot of times. Outcome, Three of Swords. So again, I do feel like there's something that could be breaking off, some type of relationship with a person. This can be your family members, can be a friend. Um, friends have breakups too. This can be actual lovers. This can be a job. This can be something. I do feel like there is going to be a little bit of disappointment, maybe a little heartbreak from it. Because again, I do feel like it's something that's been around for a long time. I don't feel like this is anything new. I feel like this is something that you've off and on through the months or years have tried to work on. And it's like just realizing that like no matter what you did, it just wasn't going to work. And that's hard. But it wasn't going to work because it wasn't supposed to work. I know it's cliche and annoying, but it's actually really true, right? I'm going to clarify some stuff. But if you guys are having a hard time this month of August, especially towards the end, just know that, again, it's for a greater purpose. I know that doesn't make it any easier. But it's important to know that when things die off, it's because other, better, fresher things are trying to, come up out the dirt. So you just have to really trust the universe on that. Whoa. Okay. So I wanted to clarify this 10 of Wands, and you guys got 5 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are going through financial struggles right now. Maybe bills are stacking up so fast, and you're just like, what the fuck? You probably live in California. It's hell expensive out here. It's ridiculous. Someone the other day posted online that in order to live in in order to live in California, you have to have 2 full-time jobs and a little bit of fraud on the side in order to like live okay. And I was like, that's facts. It's hard out here. It's expensive. Anyways, so some of you guys may be going through financial struggles. Some of you guys, it could just be a time where you just feel like you're really left out. Like this person is left out. This person is feeling lonely. This person just feels like they're the only one. They're the only one, and like no one cares, right? One thing to remind yourself of whenever you're feeling like that, and this isn't to downplay your feelings because everybody's feelings are very valid. Everyone is going through their own life at the same time. We're all here on this planet trying to work together and figure it out. And sometimes when you're down and you feel like nobody cares, like for me, in being fair, and it might just be the Libra thing in me, right? But you guys are opposite sign of me. So maybe this is something that you can absolutely take, and maybe it might help you, give you some perspective this month. When things are stacked up so great for you and you feel like nobody's around, nobody's caring, nobody's whatever, everybody's going through their own life. Everybody's going through their own struggles. And though, it may not appear like people have problems or whatever, especially with social media, right? It makes it so easy for us to post our happy moments, but nobody knows what's truly going on. So not to get frustrated with outside people. You know what I mean? If you feel like, oh, I haven't talked to you, or oh, you haven't been there. Okay, they might be going through life right now. Or, no shade, they might be coming out of a place of their 5 of Pentacles energy. And whenever you're coming out of a place of things being hard for you, it's hard to stay in that place with someone else. Meaning, if someone's in a really good place and you reach out to them and all you do is complain, and I'm not saying this is you, Aries, I'm just giving everybody full perspective, okay? If you are someone who is naturally pessimistic or always has a problem, always mad at someone, sometimes it's hard for other people to be around that when they're trying so hard to vibrate higher and they already have problems with that. So these are just things to consider. And this is to consider both ways. And again, this is just me dropping some Libra vibe, but I just don't want you guys to feel like you're all alone. You're not all alone. We're all experiencing our own things at the same time. Okay? So what is the Six of Swords? Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. Yeah, honey. A lot of you guys are walking away from a situation that, not to say you weren't happy in, but you weren't like totally, you know, I feel like it was a comfortable situation. Like if you guys were in a relationship, like maybe you guys are at this point were just comfortable, but maybe you guys don't really do things to spark things, and there's no what's the word? There's no desire to. Like you guys are really done working on it, but you guys just haven't said the words. I do feel like you guys are going towards your Ten of Cups, right? You guys are going, because the thing is, everybody deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to feel love and have love in their lives, and there's no sense in holding anybody back, no matter how hard it hurts and you know how uncomfortable it may feel. It looks like if you guys have been contemplating walking away from a certain job, a person, a circumstance, whatever, it looks like you would be fully supported. There'd be some really good, you'd be walking your ass right into happiness. Okay? Okay. What is this Nine of Cups? Eight of Cups. Three of Cups. So if any of you guys were involved in a third party situation where, and by third party situation, it doesn't have to mean someone cheating necessarily. Let me show you these cards. It doesn't have to mean someone cheating. It could just mean someone's energy is interfering with the two of you shit, right? This could be an auntie, a mom, another person who maybe has interest in one of you. But like there's not necessarily cheating going on. I feel like it's more something like that. If any of you guys have been involved in something like that, where you feel like you're honestly just competing, like you're always competing to prove to someone that you're better for them, or that, you know, you're always trying to feel like you have to validate, you know, your love or your situation or whatever. A lot of you guys will be walking away into, you know, into something happier, into that Nine of Cups energy. Because the Eight of Cups energy is about walking away, but it's about walking away from an emotional aspect. So maybe you don't physically like just stop talking to a person altogether, but it's like you're taking your emotions out of it. Like you realize like you just got to, right? Now, it could be, again, because I said third party situation, some of you guys are just taking your emotions out because like you've been, again, being a little bit more social, some of you. And so almost like it's like broaden your options. I don't know why I said that, but take it if it wasn't nice. Okay, Death card. With the Death card, you guys have gotten the Knight of Swords. Air energy. Someone could have really like talked some shit to you. Someone could have really said some hurtful words. Because the Knight of Swords, it's the fastest moving knight actually. Even though Wands is usually a fastest moving energy, the Knight of Swords, it's very fast. It's very abrasive. It's like someone who just kind of has word vomit sometimes, right? So that could have been like, was like, you know what? I'm over all this. You honestly, some shit you say to me, you can't take back. That kind of thing. That's inspired you, yeah, to kind of leave and just be like, or like that was your last straw. Like you already had the awareness and you already knew and you could already feel like things were just not popping. But then it's like that happened and you're like, okay, I get it. So, Three of Swords, you guys got the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is more your advice right here, this Queen of Wands. It's like, instead of feeling down, instead of feeling heartbreak, absolutely like go through the motions of it, because you want to face everything that you need to face in order to move forward. Like, I get that. Don't just ignore your emotions. But come out of there, your youest you of yous, right? And that is Queen of Wands. That is your energy. That's someone who's charismatic and like beautiful, super sensual. Like, she's got style, she's got charisma, she's very likable. It's like, if you are going through a heartbreak or going through a breakup, this is a time for you to get out and about. Again, because on a work front, I feel like you guys will find different opportunities. You guys will meet different people who point you in directions of different opportunities. And on the love front, you may not even trying, like, don't go out like trying to fish for someone, but you may fall into something that suits you a little bit better, something that's more ideal, maybe something that you wanted from this old relationship that you just couldn't get because it just wasn't meant to be, but you find it in this different person. Okay? So, I pulled a card, an oracle card, Words of Abundance. It says, you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So, speaking good words of existence and also believing. Manifesting, it's not, it's not just about saying a bunch of times, I want this, I want this. It's like you have to feel you have to act as if, right? You have to act as if the one that you want is already there. You have to be literally actively living your life like it's there, right? And staying optimistic and having that faith and just knowing that things are going to work out, and really watching the things that you're thinking, really watching the way that you're speaking to yourself, and really watching the way that people around you are speaking to you. And like, if there's people who are rude again, who come at you and just say shit and they don't think it's going to hurt your feelings, or like, oh, she can take it. No. Like, if it's that Knight of Swords, like abrasive, energy, and Knight of Swords isn't always like that, but with this reading, with these cards surrounding it, I feel like that is, really about cutting that shit out. Like, you don't have to stay in a place where it makes you feel like this Five of Pentacles energy, where it's too hard, things are too heavy. They're only too heavy because you won't drop them, And then I got a Romance Angels card. You guys got Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Again, living in the moment, acting as if the things that you want for yourself are already there, and believing and trusting that the universe, God, spirit guides, angels, fairies, whatever you believe in, is going to bring those to you. Because law of attraction says, in order to get good, you have to think good. You have to be good. Like, you can't, it doesn't add up to have a negative mindset and negative talk to yourself and expect like everything to work out in your favor. That's not how it works. It's so damn simple that it's hard, but you just have to take control of that. And you guys can, So that's what's happening with you guys in the month of August. I hope this helps you. Thank you for all of the support. Thank you for everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed. I really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys next month. Bye.